So, oh my goodness, guys, check this out, right? All right, so I ended up moving my Lady Luck into this is like the quarantine I use for my plants when I first get them. I have three of these. It's like a case that's a magnet. Like I have it underneath a light, acrylic here. Then it's also magnetically stuck to this. Like right now, I'm airing it out. I air it out sometimes just so it doesn't prevent like it prevents any molding and stuff like that, especially with the high humidity. Like right now, it's down to 64% humidity and it's 80.9 degrees in there. Okay, and it's normally higher. Sometimes it'll get up to like 99% humidity. But you just want to air it out sometimes, just like airflow, and have a ceiling fan on. You know what I mean? But check it out. Look, I looked at her and look. So I'm getting all these notifications because I just turned my phone back on. Hold on. Okay, so sorry guys, I just turned this phone back on. It was off, and it was just like a notification after notification after notification. So I apologize. I don't know if you are hearing that or not. I paused it and waited for the notifications to come through. But what I was saying is, I ended up bringing my Lady Luck, what do you call it, pitcher plant into the dome. You know what I mean? Because they're all past quarantine. They don't need to they can come out. There's nothing wrong with them. I check them a million times a day. But they're really loving it in here. So I don't have anything else I need to quarantine right now. So I'm just letting them live their best life. You feel me? So, but I just checked on this. Look, look. So remember the newest one? How it was turning into a leaf. This is so cool. So I just looked in. I was like, oh my goodness, what is on here? It's splitting, and you see that little white thing in there? So weird, so cool. At first, I thought it was like a mealy bug, and I was like, oh heck, no, but it's not. It's a new stream. Like, see, that is so cool. I've never seen this before. So and that's what happens. At first, it comes in, it looks like that. Like, but see, that one's white. When I first got this, sorry, it's not zoomed in. It was like just like it looks like a white. Right now, it's brand new because it literally just lit open. Okay, so that's what happens. And it looks like just a string, like a gray, like not gray, like it just looks like I don't even know, like a root or something that's like sticking out at first, but then ends up turning into a leaf. Now the leaf is splitting, right? And then the next thing's gonna happen after this leaf comes out, it's gonna start working on the pitcher. Like look how big this pitcher's getting already. This other baby pitcher. But what's so cool, it's like in the inside it's a new one. So this is a very healthy plant. It's loving it in here because of high humidity, especially when I have it closed and it gets up to 99% humidity. This is why I'm just leaving them in there. Nothing else needs to be rehabbed right now, or not rehabbed, quarantined right now. But they're just loving it. So, you know what I mean? And I'm just letting them live their best life. And look, I just thought it was so cool and I want to share it with you guys. Like that looks so neat. So that's how it goes. Like it looks so cool. I know it's not the camera doesn't give any of my plants justice. Like they're so much better looking and like beautiful and more vibrant in person. The camera takes some of that beauty off of them, but it is what it is. But like look, you can see now it's starting to form a picture. But like now that it's open, it's gonna start like reforming more of a picture. Like here's an old one here. I mean a new one here too. See, this is the second newest one. Oh baby, right there. It's a little picture that's forming. And then now this one's starting to form a little baby picture. And then there's a new one in there, that new line right there. It's going to be the newest one. The little white one, it's going to end up turning brown like this. You know what I mean? Like a dried up brown looking. And this is the oldest of the third newest one, right? Well, I guess the fourth because that's the newest one in there now. But look, see, since the other day, how much it's grown, and now look, the lid's already there. It's working on the lid. It's actually looking like a picture, more so like a picture. Super cute, super cool. It's just so cool to watch these plants like go from these different stages, and I never seen it before. It's my first pitcher plant, and I didn't know that was like at first I literally thought it was a mealy bug, and I was like, oh heck to the no. Thank God you're quarantined, but it's not. It's a new one. Once I got closer and I seen it, I was like, it's super cool. Oh, it's super cool. See, it looks like a wick, sort of. You know what I mean? That's a good way of describing it, like a candle wick. That's what it looks like, and it's white, which is super cool. When it's brand new, it's coming out of the leaf. Kind of reminds me of a green bean. You know what I mean? Like a green bean being split open, but that white wick is gonna turn brown. Like that's you know what I mean. That's what this one was at first. It looked like it's a brown, candle wick, and it ends up, and then it was like a little dot at the end, and then you'll like after some time with the right, humidity and everything, it'll turn from that brown liquid, it'll start turning to what looks like a leaf. You know what I mean? You can see the side, and then like eventually it breaks open. And then yeah, that's just super cool. I wanted to show you guys because I thought it was super cool and it made me all cool. Like it made me all excited and stuff. I was like, that's so cool. So I wanted to show you guys. I know I'm a dork, but I love plants. I love plants. I love animals. And you see the little lid? Oops, hold on. I'm so excited. There's a lid on it now. It's growing its little lid. Super cute, super cute. She's loving life in this in here. And guys, see that dot right there? That could either have been well, I think it's probably is because this Birkin, she's really happy. This is like with all plants. You know, when you water them, they end up that's why sometimes you'll get like, it's how you can tell if you're, you know, if your pH is wrong, or like the chlorine and stuff that's in your tap water, if you're using tap water, if it's bad. Like I showed you my pothos plants that are that what do you call it? Like the brown tipping into old ones, and it's because of chlorine. But I use clean water now. Like I use those like little fish drop stuff that I showed you before. That it's for fish tanks, but you can use it. We use it for plants too. And look at her new leaf too. Sorry, my ADHD. Look at it. She ever since I put her in here, she pushed out this new one, and it's like new bigger one. It's super cute. Look how cute. She just pushed that out. But yeah, they're loving it in here. Philodendrons love high humidity too. But yeah, so back to this drop, okay? So this is why, like, this means, like, when they drink, they suck it up from the roots, and then they take it to their leaves. They bring it through the plants. They go through all the veins in the leaves, and then when it has its fill, it gets rid of the extra water through the tip, or sometimes you'll see it at, like, the sides and stuff, like, wherever the vein ends, like, right there. So what I normally do is, because if you leave it there, it can leave, like, it could actually damage it, especially like that. This was on the plant when I got it. That could have either been a bite from a bug, a pest. I don't know where they grew it, if it was outside, inside, or whatever the situation is. But if you see that, you always want to, especially whenever you get new plants, you always want to quarantine just in case. But I think it was from the water droplets. It could have been like, you know what I mean? But that's how you'll see like the dried up like tips and stuff. And that's if, you know, either overwatering, underwatering. But most of the time, it's because of the chlorine and the stuff in the water. But what a way to also help prevent that is drying the tips. But you can also get water, like I tell you all the time, get water, put it in like something and leave it open. Like if it's in a bottle, don't have a cap on it, have it open for like a day or two. And so that the chlorine and stuff will evaporate, and then use it to water your plant. And also, like I showed you with that fish, what's it called? Something stress coat. Okay, it's API stress coat. It's for fish tanks, but we use it for plants. You just take a couple drops, you know, and put it in there. It depends on how much water you're using. But yeah, you can just wipe them off. I usually get toilet paper and wipe it off with. But yeah, but see, it hasn't been, and it's because also how the high humidity in here. But it also shows you how happy they are. You know, look how cute, and she's loving it in here. Look at her. She pushed out that leaf so like abruptly after I put her in here, and closed the and see those like with the Birkins, like see all the white lines on the other leaf. This is just a brand new leaf. It's gonna have like, they're so pretty, especially the older. And there's other plants here I could separate, but I'm just gonna let them do their things because I like the bushy. I like how bushy it is. But like, see all those like beautiful lines? Oh, so pretty, and they get like more and more detailed, like the more light you give them and everything else. But you can see kind of underneath. See all those lines under underbelly? I mean, under the leaf. That's what, like, you know, as it grows up, like matures a little bit more, you're going to see it better on the top. It's going to be like that, but you can tell where the lines are going to be pretty much from underneath of the leaf. How cute is that? Absolutely adorable. And the white wizard is still just chilling, you know, doing its thing over here. That was like the worst of the, well, not the worst, but you know, the most troubling of one. And I think it's because they overwatered it. But it's still doing its thing. Still has these 3 leaves here. It still has that baby plant right there, which is, you can tell the plant was like healthy, but it just had problems, you know, in the like the delivery process, the mailing process. You know, had to go through mail. Oh wow, is that a leaf? It is. That's a leaf. I didn't even know that was a leaf. I just saw that. Because remember I told you when I first got it, the tip of it came off, and I was getting a new one. Look, well, okay, so I guess this is going to be the like this much of the leaf, I guess. This is the rest of the leaf, right here, like down here. I just noticed that because I just seen it coming out. See, it really loves high humidity. It's doing good in here now. But that's going to actually be a leaf, but it looks like it's just going to have like this part of the leaf right down here. It's going to be missing, which is cool. Let it do its thing. But it still has, you know, the baby plant right there. See the baby plant? And it still has the other two little leaves. This big leaf. Super cute. Let me see. Yeah. Super cute. I wonder how that's going to look when it comes undone, but it's alright. Super cute. Alright. Put her back this way. In all her glory. And she has another plant to her too. And you can see, like, I don't know if you can tell over here on the gloriosum, because they actually grow, instead of like other philodendrons that are climbers, this is a crawler. It's going to grow like from, you know, horizontally instead of vertically. Like the other philodendrons, they grow upward like a stem. You know what I mean? This one grows across the soil. You know what I mean? It goes from like, it's going to grow this way, which is super cool. You just need, like, you know, a different kind of a potter. You want a shallow, like one of them shallower long pots to put her in. But she's good right now because she just, you know, she was just like a, sorry, oops, do I have it upside down? I sure do. See, the more I keep the door open, and the farther I keep the door open, like the humidity goes down. But I just wanted to show you that, guys. And then some part of the day I'll have it completely shut and it gets up to 99% humidity. Right now it's like pretty cool because this is magnetic, you know what I mean? So it has this light here, and it also has this other grow light that's metal on the outside, so it just connects to here, which is a good time to give it like airflow, so it doesn't cause, you know, to have airflow going through, you know what I mean? And it doesn't cause any what do you call it, fungus or anything, you know what I mean, which is really cool. Then I'll, you know, just want to do that every once in a while throughout the day, you know. But yeah, I just want to show you guys. Super cool, super cool, super cool, super cool. And of course the pink princess over here is doing amazing. Oh, let me show you this pink princess. You know, that pink princess is beautifully doing amazing. This other pink princess over here, look at her leaf. She's unflowering a leaf right here. You know, she's in the middle. You can see some pink on it. From the underside, she's you know, opened up half of it, which is super cute, super cool. Can't wait till it completely unfurls. Make sure it doesn't mess that leaf up. Put her over here. But yeah, this other one over here, I was contemplating on putting her in here because I want to see. This is supposedly a pink princess. I'm not sure though. I'm like really eager to see. What I was thinking is it could be a pink princess that reverted, which means, like, you know, you stop getting that pink. So in order to fix that is you propagate it, and then you could force, you know, the pink back in. But she's been going really slow. Oh, I just noticed that though. That wasn't there earlier. So she's trying to bust out. Okay, it's cool. She's busting out of the new leaf is busting out. So she'll be coming out probably within the next day or two. But if I put her in here, it's going to help her, especially getting that leaf out. You know what I mean? I'm contemplating on doing that. But which one do I want to get out? Which one do I want to take and trade a spot? But you know, if it's reverted, it could be that, but I'm not sure. I just want to see what this is. Like, whatever it is a philodendron, then I know I'm going to love it because I love philodendrons. But I'm kind of like, it looks like it's going to be a lot of green on here. I feel like it's going to be another one. But, I don't know, she's growing real slow, too. But also, she hasn't had as much high, you know, humidity and as much light either because she just hasn't. I think I'm going to switch her out with a plant, but I'm not sure which one because they are all, like, loving it. I have 2 more of these cases, so I think I might put her in one of them. I don't know. But yeah, I just want to show you guys that. Pretty cool. Alright, guys. I don't know. Have a good day. God bless.